created an offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. First down here for the offense. To throw, it's Harrell. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
They go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Quarterback strolling away from heat. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it first and 10. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Oh, he wants it all. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The inside handoff. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, the defense just needs to do a better job on that critical situation. That was a golden opportunity to get off the field, but quarterback and receiver, they were just better on that one. Nice throw. Nice job by the receiver getting his feet in bounds.
Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Might be looking to run. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. To the air, it's Reed. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a win.
Pumps it downfield. It's caught downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to pass. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Texas A&M going quickly. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Now adjusting. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to crank up the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll try it again. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Using the quick game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Texas A&M going up tempo. Scanning the field, it's Reed. It's complete to the right. Turns it on at midfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Finds his tight end. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback adapting. Trying to escape and get it himself. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the 1st down with the run.
And this is an offense that's going to find a way to generate explosive plays because of their playmakers at the skill spots. But how about the speed by this guy and his ability on 3rd down to extend, scramble, and go get a big pickup and chunky yards for his offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Owens. Touchdown, Aggies! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas A&M 35, North Carolina 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to throw, it's Harold. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Steps away to find some room. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got him downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. shakes off the defender. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Looking downfield, it's Reed. He'll take the deep shot. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 35, North Carolina 6.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Texas A&M going quickly. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Running to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do right.
On the move. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. It's 4th down and 14, but they're going to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete on the right side. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously there's...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Throws toward the end zone. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
29 on the play. 1st and goal, Texas A&M.
He wants to throw it. Getting some heat. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tar Heels. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Still looking on the move. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
The give as they work on that clock. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. To the air, it's Reed. Got his man on the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And the Aggies will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Aggies! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over Minnesota. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Aggies moving quickly to the line. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Reed. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Big first down sack for the defense, brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Well, and you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
48, North Carolina, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return.
And your North Carolina Tar Heels will take over 1st and 10.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty.
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fat.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. 1st and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Unloads it downfield. He's got it down the left side. Hit the afterburners, kid. And that's how you finish it off, scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome, just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a